Doing? Working on a Rivian here. We have two dents on this actually, but I'm going to work on one live and the rest I'm going to do, the rest, the one I'm going to do off camera. Well, I'll still record it. I'll get back to that in a second here. So what we have here is this one right here. Typical area where these Rivians get hit, and this is probably one of the most minor ones we've actually fixed. We have done a really extensive one with my friend Joe Garcia from Dent Evo, which was right here in this section on a Rivian R1S, which cost $15,000, by the way. And we are going to post that. At least you've seen little bits and pieces of it. You can see on Dent Evo, he has some footage on it. Anyhow, so what we're going to do is we're going to use this board. I'm going to show you the difference between the thicker lines and my thin lines that I use. And then this is the fog setup. So I have lines, fog, and then here's the normal typical lines I use now, which are 1/8 inch lines. These are 1/2 inch lines. And the reason why I use 1/2 inch lines, sometimes I don't want all the detail at once. So if I put a 1/8 inch lines, you'll see, look how much, it's hard for me to read the detail. Actually, there's just the obvious, right? If I go like this, I can see that pretty easy. I can see the corner of that dent, right? I can't use this one right now because I have to take this light out, but this is the Dent light. And you can actually switch out the lens really quick if I open it up and switch it out. I probably will do that in just a second after I'm done tapping down. I'm going to start tapping down this corner here, and then I'm going to glue pull this right here. And hopefully, and then you see a little bit of tension here. That's what we call a crown, because when a dent gets hit, right, it buckles, right? The shock wave is here and the shock wave is there. So I want to reduce that shock wave. I'm going to tap it down, move my board, look at how tight that is. I'll swing it here, turn the board here in a different way, just so I can pick up the tension on this and then start glue pulling that. So stay with me. You guys want to check it out. If you have any questions, feel free. Casper! That's my past student right there. He's representing the UK. Michael Duff, what's cracking lagging? So before I go into it, you can see some of my tools that I set up. I have dude, I love tools. I use only the best tools on the market. And I'll go over some of the glue pulling tools that I use, all right? First, I want to give a shout out to Breet Tools, who sent me this awesome organization for my cart. I love it. I really like it. The tools don't jingle. It's not like I'm freaking playing Santa Claus Christmas music all the time. I move my cart around. Jingle, jingle, jingle. No. So the top is a really quick, totally awesome top. The organizer is an Anson. It's got the rubber mat organizer. Just absolutely like it. I didn't think I'd like it at first, but I mean, I do. I mean, look at that, dude. Like, I just go grab my little tip I want, you know, just, what do I want to get now? And tap down tips, the bases, right? This shouldn't be here. This is, what are you doing out of place, man? Put you right there, put you back later. My tool, this is where, gosh, this thing is legit, dude. Like, it's got a little ratchet here, quick handle here, sockets, bits, little bit driver. This is a edgy tool hanger, VIP. This one needs to go over here. Another VIP 2.0. Love that tip. Gosh dang, I love it. Cold glue, one-handed cold glue from Dent Slayer. One of my best hammers. I like actually I didn't put the right glue on the hammer for my leather tip, but if you guys really want your leather to stick on your tools, you want to use cement glue, not super glue or hot glue. And this is my OG paddle, right? This is from Guam. This is EFIT wood. one of the hardest dense woods. And then once in a while, my students used it, and look what happened. They messed up my Dent Time logo, but it's still there. So nobody touches this paddle now except me. Otherwise, they'll get a beat stick down, dude. This is one of my new carts. That's my older one here. I keep everything pretty nice and solid, pretty nice. This is a little air. I like that. This is from the 91% alcohol. This is the torch, which we'll be using later on. I think I'm out of some juice, so I'll fill that back up. And I've got another one here somewhere laying around here. Where'd that go? Oh, here it is. This one should be good. Yeah. So we'll be using some of that. The mini lifter, the Kiko's latest new lifter right here. Hey, Shaner, thank you very much. Appreciate it. This is so pretty. Nobody touches that one either. This is the special edition. It does the same thing, so don't worry about the color. It just looks pretty. A Limident cordless glue gun. The slide hammer, which is one of my favorites right here. That's from Anson. This, what was I going to say? This is your typical mini lifter, robo lifter. And what tap down am I going to be using? It looks like I'm missing a tap down that I like using. So we'll use this one. This is one of my latest ones right here. I love VIP. I like the Galaxy. This is the Galaxy right here. We're going to look for a cap, because before we start going into the details here, I can't believe I can't even find a cap right here. Before we go into that, I wanted to, there's one here. I'm looking. There's another cap. I like to have caps over the tips, because it prevents you from making any marks in the paint. Let me go over here. I bet you I got one on this side. This is the VIP drawer here. This is me. Do I have one? See, I hide all my tips right here. Ooh, Kiko's got, which one is this one? Oh, this is Kiko's, I think. Yeah, this is Kiko's. We'll try that one too. Oh, and I wanted to try, this is from, here's the caps. Here's the caps I wanted, right there. Yeah. We'll try this one too. Bring this one over here. I guess I should have been a little more prepared, guys, but hey, it is what it is. I'll put that there, there. This one will go right here. So this is peak. You could use it like without the cap and then with the cap, and I like it with the cap. Put that bad boy on this. This is the fat boy. All right. And so what we'll end up doing is just tapping here to release. Miguel, no mames! No mames, way. Mike, wanted to ask you about the Galaxy tips. Are they worth getting them? Oh my gosh, Michael, these, you will not be disappointed. The ones I prefer is this one right here, is the Galaxy Peak tip with the Guardians, right? They come in a pack. They come in a variety pack of these. I'll be quite honest with you. You're probably going to use this one the most, which is the yellow. The green is a little bit more firmer. And the black, well, the black is kind of almost a one and done, right? The black is very thin. So I don't think you're going to use that quite as often, but you will use these. And not taking anything away from this. This is probably one of my second favorite right here. This is the VIP Black Mamba. Basically, it's a VIP 2.0, right? Screw on, but forgiving compared to this one. This is for professionals, ladies and gentlemen. Do not use, I got to get this focused, man. Do not use this. Here, I'll do that. Because it does not like it trying to be, it doesn't have the capability of giving that distance focal point. Do not use this if you are not trained. Don't even think about it, because you're going to just tear up the surface. I like these type of tips right here. Plastic, cover, but to answer your question, Michael, shoot, I wouldn't even waste any time, man. I'd just go grab some of these. I would grab some Black Mamba set from VIP. You can get this all at Anson if you want Anson PDR, or you can go to VIP and get his versions. I I'm not taking anything away. I did use this Kiko version right here. It's pretty dang good. They got the red caps on here. So far, it's held on pretty good. It's pardon my fingernails. I haven't gone to the manicurist today, but yeah, that's good there. All right, enough wasting time, right? Hope you guys are. If you're just joining us, we're gonna fix this Rivian right now. Step on over here. This is gonna be off camera. I've got a little bit more of a. Let me just put this over here. I've got more of a involved repair on this one. This is aluminum, but the curve ball. There's two curve balls on this one. Is I've got a locked pressure, which we call edge lock, right? So you can see that the edge is locked here. It's a little bit low here. It's on the body line, and that's pretty tough dent. What's the big curveball is, well, what do you notice? What do you notice? What's that line? That's paint protection film. So am I gonna be able to glue pull paint protection film? Most of the time I can, but in this case, it's not gonna be advisable because all I'm gonna do is stretch that PPF. I'm not gonna get the good pull I want. So I'm gonna have to heat this up, pull this off, glue pull, and go from there on that, okay? No hard tapping or that peak Galaxy will bend. Tyler, I'm not sure which one you're using. Are you using the black one or using the gray one or this one, this peak? I've never had any problems with it bending, so I'm not sure which one you got, but nothing. I've never had any problems these bending at all. Also, you got to make sure that your tap downs is very parallel to that. Now the black ones, if you had the black one, yes, it did bend, right? And I think they recalled them. But other than that, I haven't had any problems with them. Anything is the tan. Yeah, Tyler the tan. Okay. Oh, you had that's odd. Maybe you had a bad batch, man. Because look at, I'm pushing hard. Dude, I'm not getting any of that. Peak is one of the strongest. Come on, Mike. Like, get that focused. Yeah, I'm not getting any kind of flex on that. So Tyler, yeah, I'd call Anson. They'll take care of you. They'll probably send you another batch, dude, or another one. So I haven't had any issues with that. Here, let's go. Let's put this on a podcast. Let's put this on a tripod, and let's go. All right. Let me la-da-da, la-da-dee. So in case you guys are wondering, but I always get questions about my light. All right, what light are you using? I use a variety. I use custom lights that you can't get, that I made and Joe made. You can't get, okay? But this one you can. This one is a Luminident, right? This is, what's cool about this Luminident light is that you can actually switch. It might get a little dark over here, but you can, this is the only thing it's hard to push out. There you go. I was gonna leave it like that for now. But one thing about this light, so I have 1/2-inch lines, right? This is mainly because of the detail. Like, I don't want to see as much detail. My lines here, the thin ones, right now you can see almost everything and too much in the kitchen sink and then some, right? So this is, I would consider an advanced tech who wants to learn lines and going for the thin. This is very good if you can start out with thin lines because you're going to see a lot of that detail. You fog guys, right? You're like, well, I like lines, but I'm a fog guy. Maybe I want to just cross-check with myself, so we call this the cross-checker, right? The cross-trainer, right? So what's cool about this reflection is that you can move it forward, and then for you fog guys, you can keep it back, right? Because back is probably where you're going to see more of the fog, even more deeper, right? More detailed. And so now you have that option of seeing the fog and your lines, right? And you can make these, you know, thicker or whatnot, but that's what I have, right? That's what I have set up. So when I want to, maybe I'm doing hail damage, I use fog and lines. When I'm generally doing a lot of other things, this is my latest reflection board, I like the thicker lines because I'm not getting distracted with all the details, right? Put that in there. I just want to see the obvious. And that's why I have the thicker lines. And if you guys want to make your own lines, go for it. It's a 1/2 inch lines. That's what it is, okay? So let me get this set up here. Where did you get the cherry tip? Now the cherry tips I did, you know, in the beginning, let me put this over here. In the beginning, I got the cherry tips from Ultra, and they have a bunch of them. I think this is a cherry cap too, but this is VIP, not VIP, this is Kiko's own version of their cherry caps, okay? This is actually a heavy tip too. This is metal tip. I don't recommend you guys using metal tips, specifically if you're not used to them. I mean, bare. Otherwise, you are going to chew up some pretty crazy stuff, all right? All right, here we go. I'm just gonna apply this. I'm gonna follow this line right here. I call it a meet and greet. I don't really just assume that it's gonna be just light or heavy. I just kind of just test the waters a little bit and then start building up my pressure. For the most part, Rivian has really good paint. I have yet to pull paint on a Rivian, and if it would have done it on one of my last videos I did with Joe. And if you're just joining me, we did a $15,000 repair, one single dent on a Rivian. We talk about it on our podcast. We have it on our Dent Trainer series right now, showing in like every single detail. So if you're a tech that really wants to know the nitty gritties about glue pulling and how we did it, you should check that out. So I'm gonna go a little bit heavier, harder. Oops, I went a little too heavy. I can see just a little mistap. That's what's cool about it. So if you're gonna make a mistap, right, it's forgiving with this tip. This tip is super forgiving. So I wanna just follow that, because I'm gonna set the pull up right here, meaning I'm gonna set my glue pulling up here. A lot of the times when you release this much tension, you'll see that this won't be as deep, right? The dent will kind of flow back. And so this is giving metal to that. This is what I'm doing. I'm not gonna say every little thing I'm doing, why and how, but you know, kind of helping you guys understand the process. Specifically, consumers who have Rivians, right? They might want to go, how in the hell do these guys do this? This is one technique how we do it. But it's, you know, it's not something that you want to go try and do yourself. I'm going to tell you that right now. It looks way easier, and that's why I'm showing the process. We see how much involvement it takes to do something correctly. We make it look so easy with these dang short videos. It almost doesn't do us a favor. It makes people think that they can do it themselves, and they get themselves in trouble. It causes more work, which means more expensive. I don't like to rush anything. So what I'll do is, if you do have thicker lines, or I'll move my board out further so I can keep an eye on the detail. So I'm gonna switch my tip because I'm like, you know what, let me get a little bit wider tap down. I'm gonna go with it's called a Crown Buster, right? The Crown Buster, which is this, let's screw it on this base. That'll allow me to tap down more of the crown that I want. I'm also going to use a heavier hammer, which is, like I said, one of my favorite hammers right here. Unfortunately, you cannot get this particular hammer, it seems like, from Snap-on. But if you do, and you can find it, that's the part number, right? Very heavy. And I generally like to put leather here, but for this case, it fell off, so I can't use it right now. Oh yeah, now I'm moving some of the crown. I'm going to be releasing a video on YouTube too as well. Like, it's called PDR Playback. You see it on Instagram. I just released it. And it's about Joe's, one of his last repairs. I'll be doing more playbacks on other people's videos. Obviously, I ask permission. I will not just do it without the permission. If they're cool with that. I do not pick apart people's techniques. I actually embrace it, because I like to see different things. So this is a safe, it doesn't look like I'm doing much, but you can see how much, how effective it is by not making any micro lows, right? I could pull a little bit here to help take some of this tension here, but I do see some more tighter tension down here on the bottom. Okay, I hope that John's calling me. I don't know how he got through with my phone, but you guys hear me okay? I just don't want to get interrupted and busted up. Out of stock until 8/15/24 on the Snap-on website. Oh, okay, Tyler, thanks for letting me know. Do you like the yellow caps more than the green? I do like the yellow caps. It's a little bit more forgiving. The green caps are a little bit more firmer, and if you try to use them on the VIP, it will split because the VIP is slightly wider than the Galaxy tips. So just FYI, a little bit of information on that. I'm very cautious about tapping down. It's kind of like pushing, right? When you are pushing, you don't want to make mispushes. You don't want to make mistakes. So that's the same thing, because every little mistake that I'd have to glue pull, oops, like that. You see that? Even a veteran tech forgets, like, this is more tighter. This is more like lighter. Does that make sense? Like, I have to hit harder here than I do here. So the muscle memory, I'm hitting hard, hard, hard. If I jump over here, I use the same force, not thinking, not pulling back. I'm gonna make this little micro low. Now, it doesn't look like much on this board because this board is thick, okay? But I'll probably have to glue pull that little bit right there, down there. So let me show you. Let me throw the lines on there, right? Now you see, let me zoom in just a bit. You'll see this section right there, right? See how I turn my board? You can see that little low right there. That's a mistake. That's a mistap right there, which is normal. It's no big deal. I can fix that, no problem. Now turn my board here. You can see that it's tension here, and the low is slightly going away little by little. It's not like completely going to go away, but it's not as deep as it was, okay? Because of the tensions flowing back into the metal, right? And so there, hope that explains the reason why I'm doing. I'm going to turn my board this way just to give me a different look here. That really doesn't really help much because the lines are super thick. I think I'm going to switch to my thin lines right now, just to give you guys a little bit more detail. So I'm going to tap here first before I do that. And Tyler, by the way, I'm not speaking for Anson. I just know they're very customer service oriented. So I'm sure they'll be able to, maybe give you some feedback on that tap down you had. Okay, so it's telling me, it's like, Mike, it's really not wanting to tap down really. I don't want to force anything. So what we'll do is we'll switch the board. If you're just joining me, we're working on this Rivian here. All right, I'm gonna lower this down, give you guys a different perspective from my height, or a little bit lower from my height, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's good. Uh-huh. So what I want to do, sorry guys, I'm going to glue pull this right here. I'm going to 91% it. Also going to heat it up too. I usually give a good healthy dose of that right there. Man, only 15 likes, man. Dang, guys, man, you guys are greedy, man. Shoot. I thought I had more. I thought you guys liked me more than that, man. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Just guilt tripping you guys. Like, I'm just doing a kidding guilt trip, okay? Dude, Mike Toledo messes around, dude. Like, you should see me when I'm training. But when I'm training, I'm serious at the same time, but I'm also like, I kick people's, butt along with having a lot of fun. Okay, you got to be able to have a good experience when you're training. If it's all tightwad, by the book stuff, dude, like that's not fun, man. Like you want to retain what you learn, right? So we're using a trifecta glue gun. Holy crap, man. Thanks, man. Appreciate you guys. Man, I just turned around. I was like, dang, I appreciate you guys. I know I'm the same way. I get so I'll look at someone's, oh, you know what I forgot, guys? Hey, what did I forget? I give you guys like 10 seconds what did I forget to do? Anybody? Tyler says, no, I got you on the video saying I get stuff. Just kidding. I like the tip. I think it hit too hard. Bad angle probably on my end. So, yeah, Tyler. Yeah, I get you, dude. Quality people, very unique. That's why. Clean. I did the cleaning. What else I need to? Eunice. You got it, bro. That's right. He's right. I forgot to heat it up. Right. I will not get I can get a good pull, but not nearly as a good pull if I don't warm it up, okay? Careful, ladies and gentlemen, do not leave that torch too cold. You will get nailed, okay? Hold on a second here. Actually, I'm trying to, yeah, you get nailed. You will burn the paint. You'll discolor it. Specifically on pearl white paint. Okay. So what we'll do here, heat it up till the paint melts. Yeah, you got it, man. That's it. That's it. That's the technique right there. Okay, we'll put a little, this is tab weld glue. I don't know if you guys ever are familiar with tab weld, but tab weld glue is very, very good. This is tab weld, not tab weld, this is gangrene crease tab. Joe, my good friend from Dent Evo, if you want to take a look at him, but he uses a heavy slide hammer. I don't have a heavy slide hammer right here, but what I do is I'm going to pull that here, get my fingers out of the way. Look at that lock, dude. That's because of the heat, gentlemen and ladies. Look at that. Gosh dang. I know I pulled it. You can see the bend. So I'm not going to go any further. Unless I'm trying to show you guys a lesson what it looks like to really over pull it. All right. Ashtray. Can you use normal glue sticks? It's possible, yeah, like from Walmart or something. I've seen people use it before. Is it as effective? No, it's not, because the set times, right? So you see how fast I could pull this, right? So the set times vary. I don't recommend using it. I mean, if you're a professional, you're not going to go buy the Walmart crap, and you're not going to use the eBay stuff. So I'm not trying to sound condescending or anything like that. So please forgive me. Don't think I am. I just deal with professional products. That's mainly me. All right, so check it out. So I'll take the cap off, and now I'm more precise, right? Without hitting my board, hopefully, and my light and my camera. Oh, it's definitely more cooperative. I want to keep that more steady though. Oh, let me. I don't want to go out of focus. It wants to out of focus things, dude. One thing I like about YouTube when you're doing it on your phone is that you can't really control your camera. Believe me, I have high-end cameras. Okay, so I got that tension off, right? Let's see how this looks. I'm gonna still got a little pinch there. I'm gonna turn the board. Oh yeah. Pull my camera back so I don't hit it. Dang, I just cannot see why. Anyways, bear with me. I'm just gonna tap this down here. You see all the details that is involved when you're doing glue pulling? It's not like those short videos. All you're seeing is highlights of the best parts of the repair. You're not seeing the dull, tedious, back and forth stuff like you're seeing here. Right? This is real timing glue pulling, right? This easy dent looks fantastically easy. Of course, this is not easy, right? This dent, this non-big dent looks super easy on short videos in 60 seconds. But when it comes to this type of stuff, you're seeing how much involvement it makes. It is. I'm gonna switch this over. This thing's squeaking like crazy, this bass. You hear it screaming? All right. It's a way to push it out from the inside. Yeah, that 100%. So what we'd have to do is we would have to drop this bumper, but the customer doesn't want to drop the bumper because I'm going to charge $300 to drop the bumper and recalibrate it. So anytime you drop the bumper cover on a Rivian, you got to recalibrate it because you're disconnecting the wire harness and the whole system will not function properly. At least the back rear camera won't. And so that's why we have to calibrate it. In this case, it's just going to be less expensive for the client to glue pull it. So I've got pinches right here, got pinches here, still low, right? And it's looking good. We're on our way, okay? Actually, I didn't even take a video really of that one, like the before. All right. I'm sorry for all the movement, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just trying to get the good view. I get a good view, now I gotta move my light. For me, personally. Okay. I'm gonna come back up. It's very light in the back. I like using sharper tools, sharper tap downs. Sharper means more accurate for me. And here's our crown up here. See, and the real people will stick here who are trying to basically get any kind of detail out for themselves, right? Or anybody who's willing to understand how the process of this is about. You know, those watching those